Hello everyone, I hope everyone's well. Before we start, I'm just going to try and see why my comments aren't showing up like last time. Bear with me a second, farmer with technical difficulties for comments. I would say someone help, but if I can't see the comments, then I don't know. Let me press a button and see what this does. No, that's not it. Oh well, we'll struggle on and see what happens. I'll flip you this way so you can see me. Hello everyone! Welcome to lamb cam number 3. Oh, there we go. Welcome to lamb cam 3. And we've got some quite exciting new additions for you to see today. Might have to turn the screen this way for some reason. All these technical difficulties. Ah well, we'll crack on. So it is lovely and sunny, and the sheep are really happy to be out in the fields. We've taken some of the lambs that were in the tunnel that you saw the past 2 weeks if you were watching, and they're enjoying their time in the fields at the moment, running around. And we've got some lovely new additions. So the grey-faced Dartmoor sheep that you would have seen if you had joined us before. If not, I will show you them. They were quite late in lambing, and we don't really know why. Maybe the top kind of had a second wind and decided that he would make some more lambs. But regardless, we've had 2 ewes that have lambed, and the lambs are the tiniest and they're the sweetest things. So I will show you now. Going over. Teeny tiny lammies. So this is Mama, and it's her 3rd year lambing, and she's got twins, and the other one is sound asleep in amongst the silage, which is obviously where you want to be sleeping. And we have another one which is just a single lammy, and it's sleeping as well. And Mama's happy too. And we also had some new additions from the Oxfords. A lovely big single who is just stretched out, snoozing in the sun. And another big one that we needed to help lamb because it was so big. It was Mum's first time. And we've also got the lovely pet lambs in again for you guys that we will be bottle feeding later. Claire and Craig from Original FM are the 2 at the back. And of course we have these 2 and lovely Rami. So before we really begin, I have a mention of a very happy birthday to Harry, who is going to turn 6, and he named one of our lambs Larry. So Harry has a Name a Lamb pack that we're still selling, and he named his lamb Larry, and a very happy 6th birthday. Now, I'm sorry that the comments aren't working again. I don't really know why. I'm better with sheep than I am with technology. So, like before, if you have any questions, I will try and answer them. I'm really sorry. I know that last week people were asking me to do some shout outs to say hello to the kids. I can't see them, but for anyone who's watching, massive hello from me and from all the sheep. So, we have a new breed of sheep that is in the tunnel. Before, the first 2 to lamb were the grey-faced Dartmoors and the Oxford Downs, And the next couple that are going to lamb are the Kerry Hills, the Norfolk Horns and the Portlands. Now the Portlands are outside, they're on the hill, they're on the other side of the hill, you won't be able to see them. They like to lamb outside, they like their space, we just leave them to it. But the Norfolk Horns and the Kerry Hills are in our maternity ward / lambing tunnel. We've not taken the Norfolks in yet, but we have taken the Kerry Hills, and I'm going to show you them in a wee second. They're not as, we say bucket trained, they're not as bucket trained as the other ones, but what I'll do is I'll pop in and see if I can get a nice shot of them for you. So I'll turn the screen around again, if it works. Yeah. So we'll go in and we'll do a wee maternity tour. So in this section of the tunnel is where all the sheep are that are going to lamb. This here, it's called a lick bucket, and I mentioned it last week. It's like a giant sort of lollipop, and it gives them all the good vitamins and minerals that they'll need. They have their big feeder of silage, and in the background, hopefully, you can see the Kerry Hills. Wonder if I can zoom in on this thing. Oh, I can. Look at that. So these are the wonderful looking panda sheep, as we like to call them. The lovely panda sheep. And they are going to start lambing round about the 26th of this month. And usually they have twins, and they're just, I think they're great. So I'll tell you more about them in a wee minute. So this lamb video today, we are going to focus on kind of rare breeds and why we breed rare breeds, what are rare breeds, what is Doonies Farm. So our official title here at Doonies is Doonies Rare Breeds Farm. Now what that means is that we are a farm that breeds rare and endangered native breeds of UK livestock. So all the breeds that we have at Doonies are rare or endangered, apart from the English Longhorn cattle and the Kerry Hills, and I'll tell you for why in a wee second. So we are the one of only 2 Rare Breed Survival Trust approved conservation farm parks in Scotland. And what that means is that there is a dedicated charity called the Rare Breed Survival Trust, which was set up in about the 1970s. And the purpose was, it was set up to make sure that no other native rare breeds, no other sort of native UK breeds became extinct. Because before that, unfortunately, we lost a good few breeds through extinction. And that was just because people weren't breeding them. There were other breeds in the market. There was sort of demand for the use of different breeds who maybe weren't from the UK for meat, etc. And we did lose a couple of really lovely breeds that we can't get back. It's a shame. But the good thing is that since the RBST, the Rare Breed Survival Trust, was set up in the 70s, no other breeds have become extinct, which is fantastic. It's really, really good. So they are a charity, and like I say, we are one of only 2 farm parks which is approved by the RBST to breed up these breeds. Now, the rarest breed in our farm, I did mention last week, was probably the Eriskay pony. We won't show you them today, because, you know, lamb cam, but we've got loads of pictures of them, and they are rarer than giant pandas. There's really not many of them left, and that is simply because they're from the Isle of Eriskay. They're used as droving ponies, and they just sort of fell out of favour. You know, machines were built, tractors were built, people left the islands, and they fell out of favour. But anyway, regardless, we're gonna keep talking about sheep today. So I'm gonna get you, I really, really want to show you guys the teeny weeny Dartmoor lambs. And as I do that, I will chat to you more about what the breeds are and how many are there. So I just need to get this wee girl. She's so small. Are you ready to see how tiny she is? She's so little. She's a wee girly. And I think probably she weighs, I'd estimate, not even a bag of sugar. She's so tiny. Look at her little face. So she's lovely. Put her back with Mum. And like I say, her brother's still sleeping. He's obviously had a really good feed of milk. And he's snoozing his head off. Okay, so let's dive into a bit more about the rare breeds, the ones we have here. And we might do some myth-busting facts as well last week. And there are some comments, people said that they found it really interesting to learn, you know, different facts about sheep and what they didn't know and what they did know. So we'll try and do that as well. So once again, flip the camera around and yeah, we'll concentrate on the Oxford Downs first, I think. So, okay. So if you can see this lovely lady over here, and this lovely lady over here. So the Oxford Down breed, it comes from Oxford. A lot of the breed names get their just little lammies. A lot of the breeds get their names from the area which they originated from. Now, for this specific breed, there's only classified as 1,500 to 3,000 of them left in the whole of the UK. That might not seem very low numbers, but in the grand scheme of sheep numbers, they're sort of classed as a minority breed. Now, the ewes, which are the females, the mums, they're big sheep. They, on average, weigh about 90 kilograms, and the tups or the rams, obviously the boys, they weigh about sort of 120 to 140. Now here is myth-busting fact number 1. These sheep are both polled, which means that they don't have horns. However, there are breeds of sheep and cattle which both have horns, and they are male and female. So if you think you see a horned animal, and you might say, oh well, that's a boy. I'm here to sort of myth bust, because also females can have horns too. I would be able to show you a better example, obviously, if we had the Norfolk horns in here at the moment. But I'll do another lamb cam with them when they come in for lambing. But yeah, like I say, sometimes males and females can both have horns. And the term for an animal that doesn't have horns is polled. So that's that one. Now, the grey-faced Dartmoor, which is lovely, fluffy Rammy here, the lovely white one. She's a grey-faced Dartmoor. And this girl here, and also this girl over here, they come from the Dartmoor moors, and like the Oxford, there's about 1,500 to 3,000 of them left in the UK. There's not many flocks in Scotland, and we started breeding ours, when did I start breeding them? Probably about, I think it was about 5 years ago, and I really liked the breed. I thought they were great. I love their wool. I love how friendly they are, and they're great sheep to work with. I really, really like them. Now again, for sort of weighing scales, ewes are about 60 to 70 kilograms, and rams about 75 to 100. Now their wool, traditionally, it's quite a hardy wool, and it's used for making sort of hard-wearing products like carpets, different cloths, and you can also sort of felt with them. Felting is, you take the wool and you can sort of felt it into different things. But they're great. They're really great animals, and they're really hardy as well. Now, back to the Kerrys, the success story for the Kerry Hills. I'll try and do a wee zoom in again. They used to be rare. but they're not anymore. There we go, I'll zoom in for you. Now, the reason they aren't rare anymore is because successfully their numbers have gone up so much that they're not classified as rare or endangered. So they come from the borders of England and Wales. And like I said, we like to call them panda sheep because they've got the most striking features. They're always going to have the black ears and the black eye sockets and the black nose. And they're fantastic sheep. They're great mothers. They don't really lose weight easily. You can sort of, you don't really have to worry about these ones too much. Now for weight, use about sort of 55 to 65 kilograms. Rams a wee bit more. And if you're wondering where all the daddies are, where all the lamb dads are, they're in one of the back fields. And when the ewes are pregnant, they sort of go in with the ewes for about 6 weeks, and then we take them out and they all go chill and have their own time until the next lambing season, until you put them back in with the girls. So this is them. There we go. I'll do a wee spin round for you. Just chilling. They're actually really enjoying the sun today. They really, really love it. Now, you might be asking yourself, well, Alice, what does it really mean when you say they're sort of in the minority, or there's only 1,500 to 3,000 left? Where are you getting that from? Well, the Rare Breed Survival Trust, every year, they do something called a watch list. So they collect data from breed societies. These are societies set up dedicated to a specific breed, like this one, the grey-faced Dartmoor. And they take all the numbers of the breeding females, and those numbers they create the watch list. And this is for sheep, pigs, cattle, horses, poultry. And what they do is it then states if an animal is a specific breed, if the numbers have gone up or if they've gone down, if they're more endangered, if they're more vulnerable. And it's a really great way of seeing, how successful the breed is getting. And that is exactly what happened with the Kerry Hills. They were once sort of in the minority and quite vulnerable, but now they have successfully flourished, which is fantastic. And another thing the Rare Breed Survival Trust do, which is great, is not only monitoring breeds for the watch list, but they also collect genetics in case, touch wood, there is something really detrimental that happens to a breed. And they also promote the breed, so they can promote them for the use of food or fibre, conservation, grazing. And the point of this is that the more people breed them, the less obviously extinct and endangered they're going to be, which is, the whole point of what we're doing in breeding them up. Now currently on their list, they have 27 breeds of sheep, which are classified as rare and endangered, and 6 of them, there's only about 500 to 900 left in the whole of the UK. So hopefully, it would be great if none of these breeds were on any list, because we really want to try and save them. They're really important. They're important to us. So let's do myth-busting facts. Let's do that. So sheep have a vision of almost sort of 320 vision from behind them, so they can effectively almost see right behind them. And that is because simply they are prey animals, so if any Mr. Foxes are around, they can easily see them and hopefully they can run away. Now you might be wondering about sort of different terminology. So in a lot of my videos I will use, ewe, I will say tup or ram or lamb. Some people, may be thinking, well, what's the difference? Is there a difference? So when a female lamb is born, she is known as a ewe lamb. And from sort of the January she's born before she's 2, she is known as a hog. And that is the same for the boys as well. When the boys are born, they're called tup lambs or ram lambs. tup and ram mean the same thing. It means a boy. And they're hogs too. Now, when the girls turn 2 years old, they are known as gimmers. And it's sort of when they get their first 2 adult teeth through their gimmers. And then after that, when they've had their first lamb, they are then known as ewes. Now for the boys, after they've sort of hit the period of their 2, they will then just be called rams or tups if they are going to be daddies. If they're not going to be daddies, and they might have had a little snip snip, they are called, in Scotland anyway, wethers. And then usually they will go for, you know what they'll go for. But that's just what happens, you know, with these sheep as well, with any sheep, you want to try and breed the best that you can, and the best examples of these breeds. But that's just a little bit of myth busting for you, in case you hear anyone, in case I say it and you think, Alice, I have no idea what that means. So as an example, this girlie here that I was just showing you, I said before, I think that she was a gimmer, which means she is 2 and she just had her first lamb, so now she'll be known as a ewe. And she's got the most fantastic little lammy. Look at the span of those ears. And she's so chill, and the lamb is just, you know, loves life. Really, really does. Playing hide and seek now. Hide and seek. So like I say, the Kerrys, they are going to start lambing on the 26th, and we're really excited about that. You know, it's going to be fantastic. We love lambing time. You know, coffee gets us through lambing time. But anyway, let's go see the wee pet lambs. Let's see them. Hello guys. They're all around you. Really got to watch your feet with these ones. So they are going to be going outside. We've been repurposing a new shed for them, and it's just so they can get fresh air, they can stretch their legs, and it'll be really, really good for them. Let's see. Hello. Love a nibble. I don't know what Rami's doing. She's doing something. So they're going to be bottle fed outside from now on, which is fine. They're big enough and they're old enough, and they've got the tummies for it, which is okay. So like I say, they they have a chance to stretch their legs. What are you doing, Rami? Exploring the silage. Now, touch wood, when the Kerry Hills lamb hopefully won't have any more pet lambs. I think 6 is certainly my limit, but if not, these things happen. So we still have the Name a Lamb packs at the moment, and in case you've maybe not seen or heard anything about them, what we're doing at Doonies is you can buy a Name a Lamb pack, and you get to name your very own little lammy. You get a certificate, and the certificate will say the tag number on it, and that will be known as your lamb. Now with that pack you also get really fun wee toys. It was primarily designed for kiddies, and what we'll do is we'll put pictures up of all the lambs that everyone has named on our Facebook in April, and we'll be ready for the next batch of the Kerrys. We had some really fantastic names, like I mentioned earlier. Harry had named Larry. We've had Pickle, we've had Bubblegum, we've had Lipstick, Rory. Who else have we had? I'm trying to think now. We've had a William. We had some cracking names, really, really lovely names. And it's not just for kiddies, you could do it for adults as well. And you can also follow us all on social media to see what's happening. Now these guys are hungry, and everyone's favourite farmers just arrived.
Shucks.
Hello, Farmer G.
Hello, Farmer Alice. Sorry I'm late.
Well, I have to dock your wages. Oh, and we've got Archie as well. Hello, Archibald. Alrighty.
You want one?
Oh, thank you. That would be lovely. Now, I will. There we go.
You guys want one? You guys.
Oh, Farmer G's attempting the four bottle move. Expert.
We got one.
Yeah. Now they're really taken to milk. You know, before when they're younger, it's quite a slow process, because they kind of stop and start. But when they're older, they just drink away, and when their little tails go. And we're still doing this 4 times a day. So this morning's feed at 6. Now they're getting their lunch, and then it'll be about 5, half 5. And then finally, sort of 10, half 10. Good effort. Oh, see, now Rami's now realised that it's food time. It's like a piranha frenzy when the lambs are having their milk. Oh, and Archie's just behind, just supervising. We like to call Archie Nana. If anyone's seen Peter Pan, you know, Nana the wee dog. Archie loves the lambs. Arch, yeah, he loves supervising. You know, just to make sure that we're doing everything right. So, Farmer G, do you think the Kerrys are going to lamb on the 26th?
Oh, definitely.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Right, that's a prediction.
I've had words.
You've had words with them. Have you told them to all lamb in just the 1 week to give us a wee break?
That would be nice.
That would be nice, yeah. Yeah. Do you have a favourite rare breed sheep, Farmer G?
My favourite sheep?
Yeah.
I would say... I don't know what my favourite sheep. Probably the Norfolk.
Norfolk Horn. Yeah, so I was telling everyone that the Norfolk Horns are also due to lamb on the 26th, but we have not taken them in yet.
That's Monday's job.
Yeah, Monday's job. Now once these guys have had their lunch, we are going to move them out into the big field. So I will take some either pictures or videos for you guys to see. I think they're going to be jumping around quite a lot, you know, stretching their legs. And from now on, that's where they're going to be fed. So like I say, if you don't already, please do follow us on Instagram. We have Twitter as well, but primarily I use Instagram to show everyone some lovely pictures of the farm. Now the information for the Name a Lamb packs, there's a couple of links on our Facebook page. You can pay via PayPal if you would like to use the link, or just let us know and we can set you up with a bank transfer. Or if you're simply here just to see this, then we are more than happy, because the whole point of this was to spread a wee bit of happiness and joy whilst we are still in lockdown, and let everyone see the lambs, and hopefully it's brought some happiness to everyone. Oh, Dartmoor's just going to feed herself now. She's fiercely independent. Now, next week will be our last lamb cam of March. I've not decided yet if we're going to do 4 in April. It just depends how busy we are with lambs. Of course, I'm going to try my best for everyone, and we will let everyone know when it's happening, because I'm sure everyone will like to see the Kerry Hill lambs and the Norfolk lambs. I think you're done, pal. I think you've finished. Yeah. Finishing off their wee milk. Yeah, I've got some here. Oh, she's drinking. Oh, look at that. Look at the milk face on you. What a mess. What a mess you're doing, Farmer Graham. What a mess.
Not me.
Okay, guys. Well, thanks so much for tuning in again, and we will see you next week. Do you want to say a big bye-bye, Farmer G, to your fans?
Bye-bye, fans.
Does anyone want a free father? Alright guys, thanks so much. Sorry again about the comments not working, but I will go through and answer them all. And hopefully next week I can get it sorted. But listen, any technology advice, please, please. It's not my thing. It's not my thing. Alright guys, thanks so much, and we'll see you next week. Bye!